Imagine you're at the beach. It's summer vacation, the sun is shining, and the water is perfect. You're out there jumping through some waves, maybe you're riding a few on a boogie board or something, and then out of nowhere you see this gray dorsal fin cutting through the blue water in your direction. Before your brain can even process the word shark, you feel its teeth tearing through your flesh and you're pulled beneath the surface, and it's over in an instant. Pretty dark, I know. Sharks are some of the fiercest, sneakiest, and most awesome creatures in the ocean. Their power and just raw savagery has made them famous, but when they're not dragging you to your untimely death on a sunny day at the beach, they're also awesome. I mean, God put them into the ecosystem on purpose, and they're just like fascinating and incredible animals. Sharks aren't bad, they're just dangerous. And swimmers have to know how to navigate shark-infested waters safely. Well, in this series, we're focusing on more than just these predators. See, we think that all of us have some sharks in our lives that we need to be aware of. These are different areas of life that are not bad. In fact, if treated properly, they can be pretty incredible, but they are dangerous. That is, like, they can easily overpower us and mess us up. In this series, you'll learn how to swim with these sharks and live to tell about it. So let's dive in. Last year, in the entire world, there were only 66 unprovoked shark attacks. There were more people eaten alive by wiener dogs than that. Probably. I don't know. Seriously, 66 shark attacks means that you have basically zero chance of getting attacked by a shark on your trip to the beach. You know the real reason people are scared of sharks, right? Shark movies. Old Steve Spielberg made sure of that over 40 years ago with the movie Jaws, and ever since, shark movies have entertained and horrified audiences. It's like they have just the right blend of absurdity and reality to keep us out of the ocean for a few weeks after seeing one of these cinematic masterpieces. And I won't lie, I'm kind of a sucker for a good, or even better, the not so good shark movie. So I was pretty amped to see a recent offering from this genre, The Meg. There I was in my comfy reclining seat that is like 7 feet wide, settling in for a very far-fetched freak fest. Vanilla Coke in the cup holder, and of course, no movie is complete without the savory goodness of extra buttery popcorn greasing up my fingers and clogging my arteries. The lights go down, the previews start rolling, and the countdown begins to some unsuspecting swimmer getting their face bitten off. Now, I'm a fan of previews. But does it seem to you like certain movies have like 35 of them leading up to the movie you actually paid good money to see? So I'm waiting and I'm waiting for what seems like forever. And somewhere in the middle of preview number 34, I had this alarming realization. I reached for another bite of popcorn only to discover that it was pretty much gone. Except for those like little unpopped kernel shard things that get stuck in your teeth and like break your fillings. And who eats those? Guys, for all intents and purposes, I'm basically out of popcorn, and I have seen exactly 0 humans bitten in half. Are you understanding the tragedy here? Where did it all go? I mean, I guess I was just chomping away through the whole pre-show and the hour of previews, but it didn't feel like I could have possibly eaten all of it. I mean, the bag was huge to begin with. I knew I should have sprung for the extra size up with free refills for another $1. Have you ever been there? I'm sure you have. But let me ask you a different question. Have you ever been watching a video on YouTube, and then another, and another, and before you knew it, you would spend 2 hours watching cat fail videos? Or maybe you hopped on your favorite video game, and when you looked up, it was somehow 3 a.m. and you still had homework to finish. I bet we've all had an experience where we just totally lost track of time, right? See, our free time is a lot like popcorn. Okay, that sounds weird. Let me explain. We only get a certain amount of it, and it is really easy to lose track of how much we've gone through. That's why this week's shark is our free time. Remember, a shark isn't bad, it's just dangerous. God has given us free time to relax and recharge and to do things that aren't part of our regular schedule of school, sports, family time, and all that stuff. Free time has the potential to be a really good and healthy thing. But if we lose track of it, we can end up wasting so much more of it than we realize. And suddenly we look up from our phone or video game or Netflix binge, and we have no idea where an entire summer went. A part of our life has passed us by, and we weren't paying attention to notice what we missed. See, ultimately, wasting time leads to wasting life. When you put it that way, you can start to see the danger of the shark we've been swimming with as it moves in for the kill. So what can you do if this shark has attacked you and is currently chomping your leg as you dangle from a helicopter?
Holy sardine! Hand me down the shark repellent bat spray!
You liked that, didn't you? They just don't make them like they used to. Each week of this series, we're going to get really practical with you and offer some truth from God's word that can act as your very own shark repellent bat spray. So for all of us who have ever been guilty of wasting our free time, which I think is pretty much all of us, this week's shark repellent bat spray comes from Psalm 90, verse 12. And it says this: "Teach us to number our days and recognize how few they are. Help us to spend them as we should." Recognize that time, like movie popcorn, is limited. When we recognize something, we're paying attention to it. We're not losing track of it. Then, the end of that verse is simply a prayer, asking God for help. Help us to spend our days as we should. To keep this shark away, recognize and pray. Oh man, that rhymed. I'm so sorry, but it's out there. All right, here's my challenge for each of you. Don't let this summer pass you by without making the most of your time. Now that you're recognizing that life can so easily just pass you by, I want every single one of you to pray that simple prayer from Psalm 90:12 every morning this coming week. God, help me to spend my days as I should. I think you'll be amazed at the opportunities that you see God giving to you. Opportunities to make a difference for your parents or a friend, or even to just try something new that's gonna stretch you, make you grow, make you a better person. Ask God for His help with how you spend your time and just see what He does. Students, sharks are not bad, but they are dangerous. But you can navigate shark-infested waters if you know how to keep them at a safe distance. Our free time is a shark. Not bad, just dangerous. And to keep this shark away, recognize and pray. Did it again.